So how does a fit test work?
All right, so just so people know, FIT test is used to screen for colon cancer, okay? And it basically means fecal immunochemical tests. So we just pick the first letters, FIT, and is a test that we send home to people who are eligible to have it, and then they can screen for colon cancer. A very simple test. All they have to do is, go to the washroom, have their poop, take a little sample of it, send it back to us, and then we test, analyze, and send back the results to them within 2 to 3 weeks.
So you're doing this in the privacy of your own home. If you just lay toilet paper all the way over all of the water, it's just going to catch what you're doing, and then you just very simply use this long stick, right? And you get in there. It's pretty easy, right?
It's pretty easy, yes. So whatever thing we're sending to you, there's a flushable tissue paper that you just lay in the toilet. Once you have your poop, take a little sample and that's it.
Why do you think that only about half of the kits sent out are being completed? Because that's cancer care data. How concerning is that, and why do you think people don't do this?
This is interesting. We would love everybody to be doing this, but we still see that at times people don't. So most times we want to go out there and educate the public more, on the importance of doing this. So we feel like, when people get to know, and that's why I'm excited that you are doing this right now. So when people get to hear this, they know, oh, the test is something that you can do in the comfort of your home. And so why don't I get it?
Yep. Tell us why it's important. What are some of the early signs and symptoms that people might miss?
Hmm. Most times people with colon cancer might have persistent change in bowel habits. So when you notice that, please go and see your doctor. If you also notice persistent abdominal pain or bloating, that's a sign. Please see or speak with your healthcare provider. And finally, if you go take a poop and you look at it, it has blood in it. Most people don't really take out time to look at their poop. I understand they feel like, oh, why should I look at my poop? But please just try as much as possible. Look at it. And if you find blood in it, then go speak with your provider. Another thing also we want to tell people, because even though we say eligibility is 50 years and above, we advise that if you have a first degree family member who has come down with colon cancer, then you should be speaking with your healthcare provider because we need to start screening you.
When you say a change in bowel habits, in what way? Because someone might be thinking, well, I'm kind of constipated, or maybe I've got sort of diarrhea, everything's looser in there, but they think, oh, it's probably something I ate. Or is it the shape or size of the movement? This is important health information. So what kind of changes are people
Oh,
watching
yes.
for? Yeah.
So if you notice, I use the word persistent, right? So you might eat something, food poisoning and have a diarrhea and it stops one, two, that's fine. But if it is persistent, no matter the shape, size, whatever it is, if you just notice that I haven't been having this bowel movement this way, there's a change over some certain amount of time, then please go see your healthcare provider.
Is it also that people often talk about, like I'm holding up my pen here, a pencil size of a movement can be sort of a sign. Is it skinnier is can be an issue?
Not
A
necessarily.
skinnier? No, not necessarily. Okay, that's
Not
important.
necessarily. So people do have skinny poop, right?
Yep.
As their regular one. So if they notice something different from the skinny poop, then please see your provider.
Got it. So it's about the
Right.
change, whatever's normal
It's
for
about
you.
the change and it's persistent,
Yeah.
right?
Um, what worries you about the fact that despite the fact that this is so common, we just that education doesn't seem to get through. What worries you about that?
So many things because, as healthcare professionals, we just want every person to do their screening. And by the way, when we talk about cancer screening, people always miss what screening is. That's another thing that worries us. So when we talk about screening, we're saying it's a check for people without signs and symptoms. Okay. So you shouldn't be having this abdominal, what's it called, discomfort before coming for screening. When we are talking about screening, we are saying for average risk people, people without signs and without symptoms. And also, we use screening to prevent some cancers by finding and treating early changes. And that's what this FIT kit is used for. Because what we are finding when we send you this FIT kit is hidden blood in the poop. So what we are saying, before you do your screening, you shouldn't have signs. There should not be symptoms. We're just trying to use this to find and treat abnormal changes that we are noticing. And also, screening is used to find cancer early where it is better to treat. So
Is
most people just wait till they find symptoms, but we're saying no, don't see the symptoms before you screen as long as you're eligible.
And it can be quite serious, of course, if you don't catch it because it'll progress quickly or could progress quickly. Thank you very much for being with us with the education today. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's live with us on Zoom, Uyiosa Chukwuka, who's a cancer care health educator. And obviously, we're talking about colon cancer screening and colorectal screening because it's important. But if you do get this FIT test in the mail, and now you know more about it. As I mentioned, those statistics, quite something. In 2022, they introduced these new tests. And in Manitoba, we have about 900 people, according to CancerCare Manitoba, who are diagnosed with colon cancer every year, and more than 300 people die.